This is why I love the Copa America. So welcome to my humble abode. I'm filming here from home. Watch the game. Chile versus Mexico. The hosts versus the B team of Mexico, as it's been stated. But they definitely didn't look like a B team up against the host. Because what a game it panned out to be. 3-3. End-to-end football. Diabolical defending, it has to be said. But just, it made for an entertaining game. And so from the get-go, Mexico looked like they were fearless. They weren't scared of Chile, which is a really important factor when you're playing against a host nation. Because if you let the home crowd get underneath your skin, and if you let this team just kind of boss you around, it could end up quite ugly. So with Chile being that hard tackling team, there was a lot of nipping fouls there, and the referee let things go for the most part, but then started to call it towards the end. But with both teams kind of leaving the foot in, you couldn't really blame them for that. So I mean, the scoring got underway. It was that man Vuoso who plays up top for Mexico. Maybe not one of their starting strikers, but he definitely caused a lot of problems. He was always getting himself known in there. Whenever the ball was coming up in the air, he was managing to get in there trying to make a tackle, and he made some good runs in behind, and that is where they found it most useful. Some of the best goals I've seen recently in all of international football. There's been some belters, don't get me wrong, especially in the European qualifiers, but some great headers in this game. Absolutely great headers of the ball. This is what a lot of these teams in the Copa America have been doing. They've been attacking wide, and when they get this counter attack, they don't just go straight for goal. They manage to pick their pass to get it out wide and deliver it into the box, and it's happened for both teams. So we've also got things underway, and it's that man who I typically just cannot praise enough at the moment, Arturo Vidal. As I said about his haircut, is just irrelevant at this point, because he's such a good footballer out there, and he not only for Chile does he not have to worry so much about defending, he's just an all-round leader for them, and I think that's a role that he really, if he came into more in Juventus, he would be absolutely one of the world's best midfielders. At the moment, he's definitely up there, but I think when he plays in his club football at Juventus, he might be overshadowed a little bit by some of the players around him. I think Pogba is considered to be the go-to player for Juventus, but the way Vidal performs for Chile, he would be an asset to any team in Europe. Trust me, he supports well in attack, and he's great in the air, as you see from the corner kick that comes in. Great leap, manages to direct it downward into the corner, and Chile bring it back to 1-1. And then again, Mexico, resilient Jimenez scores to make it 2-1. And then just before the half, Vargas, another great header, another great ball into the box. Vidal this time playing supplier, an assist again. This is a part of his game that he's definitely bringing more to, and as a Chilean rather than playing just with Juventus, because I know a lot of the assists come from some of the other players. But he is a great assister of the ball, and he does a great job of this on Chile, because he's got that kind of free roll position to wander wherever he wants to be. He might drive through the centre, and then he peels off to the right, whips in a great ball, and before you know it, Vargas just somehow grabbing this form from thin air that QPR fans will be sitting there going, where the fuck was this? Where was this when we were fighting relegation? You know what I mean? But I guess when he's in with better players, he can only thrive under that environment. So he scores, and then it goes into halftime 2-2, and exactly, I think it's like 10 minutes into the second half, we get the exact same thing. We get fast-flowing football, counter-attacking football. Chile, to be honest, looked as if they had the bit between their teeth in the second half. They came out fully attacking, it has to be said. They weren't so much worried about Mexico hitting them on the counter. They were just coming out to win this game, and they managed to get a clear penalty kick. Vidal managed to drive inside. He takes the ball just away from the toes of the defender, and he catches him. Vidal goes down. They're complaining forever that he went down too lightly. The contact was clearly there. For me, it's an outright penalty, and Vidal himself, as confident as he's ever been, I think, at any of the points in his career, steps up, puts it in, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. And at that point, I'm thinking, all right, Chile, they're going to win this game, surely. Second half, that momentum to take the lead for the first time in the game, surely they'll close this game out. But Mexico, again, like, say what you will about this team and who they brought to the Copa America. This team plays well together, and they know exactly how to exploit the weaknesses of Chile. And in this example, it was a quick turnaround. The ball broke down in the middle of the park, and it was just a quick ball in behind. And the Chile defenders are just too slow to catch Vuoso again, who manages to come out. The keeper comes out, commits, and he just kills the game. Puts it underneath the goalkeeper into the bottom corner, and Mexico come back 3-3. And as I said, it killed the momentum of Chile. They were throwing so many players forward. They expected to go maybe 4-2 up and really kill that game off. But Mexico come back as resilient as ever, and Vuoso gathered his second goal of the game. And I have to say that this Mexico team, for being a B team, sitting on 2 points, definitely cannot rule them out to try and qualify. It's going to be a crucial next couple of games. But as always, the main point I'm taking away from this is how entertaining the Copa America is. From the games, Venezuela with a huge upset against Colombia, and tomorrow night we've got one of the bitter rivalries in Latin American football, and that is Uruguay versus Argentina, which is going to be a fantastic game to see who comes out on top in that group, because Uruguay, as we know, left it a little late, weren't exactly confident against Jamaica. Argentina with a 2-2 draw against Paraguay, they'll be expecting to come out and win this game, and I'll be bringing you a recap of that game tomorrow as well, so make sure to stay tuned to that. Let me know what you guys thought of this game. Great game, 3-3. Leave your comments in the section below. Do not forget to subscribe to TYT Sports, and I'll be back again here from my great residence in my homemade studio, so stay tuned for that. Hit me up on Twitter at Francis_Maxwell.